So here's what I want to do in transition a little bit and talk a little bit about the present. I think it's really, really remarkable. And I'm going to concentrate on a couple guys here, and I'm going to go to their pictures once again. And I know you'll see them as familiar. And let me go down here. I got a whole folder on Linfield Christian. How about that? Whole folder. So here's this guy. I'm going to get this guy up here as well. You know him?
That's Lorenzo.
There's old Lorenzo.
That's a young.
You said now he's got a draft report, right? The NFL is doing prospect work on him as a potential draft choice.
Yeah, okay. Green Bay's reached out and started doing their background, right? They're starting to do their investigation. So Green Bay, the Raiders, Minnesota.
Yes.
So people are doing their research. He contemplated coming out last year after his season. We talked, and the Joker had graduated, and he had a chance to go to his African American Studies class. They had a chance to go to Paris. So this is in December we were talking about the options and possibilities. He goes, Dad, I want to go to Paris. And I said, well, look, son, if you come out, you got to train and get ready for pro day and the combine and this and that. So you can't go to Paris.
No.
And enter the draft.
No.
And he was adamant. He goes, I'm not going to pay to go to Paris. It's not on my dime. I graduate in May.
Yeah.
And I play. He goes, I want to go to Paris. And so he chose academics. So he went back and wanted to experience that. And my hat's off to him. I mean, he had a plan. He had a plan. Figured COVID hits. He's a week into Paris, and all of a sudden COVID hits, and now he's home.
Yeah.
He's back. COVID deal.
Is he home now?
No, he's back up because they're they're doing their limited practices and they're doing their thing. But he was home. He graduated actually at home, so the graduation happened, and we're looking at it online here, at the house.
Oh, is that right? Oh my goodness! I remember this shot of him. You'll like this too, and it's amazing how much they change, right, Coach, from where they were in high school, and now he's this outstanding young man, almost grown, pretty much grown, at the University of Arizona. I know that he's making such an impact back there in the secondary like his dad used to, because you taught him well. But the fact that he's in a position now to be considered as a very draftable NFL prospect, that's got to be exciting for you.
Yeah, I'm more proud of his accomplishments, like what he's doing and how he works.
Yes.
It's exciting, obviously, sure, as a dad, but I'm more elated that he has his degree, and we finally got it solidified because they sent it. So it came on over.
You've seen the physical.
I got the hard paper, baby. We got it. I called him. I said, "Hey, it came in the mail." He goes, "Dad, you can have it." He goes, "Put it on. You can have it." He gave me his jersey. So I'm more excited about that.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And the hard work and the focus. Yes. If you do those things right, everything else follows, right? So he's always
it does.
He was told me when he was young, he wanted to play college ball, and he would say, I want to play in the NFL, and he'd hang around, right? Yes. So when I was I was, coaching. He'd be kind of around. I'd be scheming and in the lab doing defensive stuff. He'd be looking at the computer, telling me how he would beat it, and and watching Playmaker Pro and watching me, draw up defenses years ago. Oh shucks.
Yeah. There's another guy. I want to keep on that subject of what he's done. But here's another guy. I mean, I was so impressed, and this is just young man after young man after young man. And I'm kind of dipping into the present because these guys are still playing. Now they're playing at a high level. This Trey Brown, what an articulate young man, fantastic football player, just a good soul. Correct.
Yes.
Talk to me about your experience and just what you're feeling about Trey Brown and his experience in college now with the Washington State Cougars.
Trey was phenomenal in high school, just a really good young man, like pure to the core, right? He's perfect, but just a good, hardworking kid that did whatever you asked him, was willing to, go through the wall for you. Transferred to us, from another school, transferred in from J. Sarah, actually. And then went through a couple of traumatic events. He has a younger sister that had like 3 strokes, and she was like 12. And that just wrecked him. His family is everything to him. And so that just wrecked him. And he just came to us as a sophomore and just put in the work and had to understand what it meant to play at our place and the way we do. And he just bought in and just worked and ended up being the male athlete of the year, the CIF Division 12 player of the year, the Wright County Small Schools player of the year. He was a CIF, or he was a league champion in get this, the shot put.
Oh, wow. Okay.
48 feet in the shot put.
That's outstanding.
He ran a 48 second quarter.
Wow. Wow.
220. He can high jump 6 feet.
Yeah, he's athletic.
Yeah,
wow.
very crazy athletic. And he
feet.
played basketball, played basketball. He was 6'2", 215, 220 at the time. And then was our outside linebacker, tight end, Russian, X-backer, big X receiver. Did all, and even his junior year, we ran a little Wildcat with him, here and there, just to mix up the issue a little taste. So goes on to Washington State and had 34, 35 options, like legitimate options. Could have went to Nebraska, could have went anywhere in the country he wanted. Had 35 offers coming out. Went to Washington State, played as a true freshman. Ends up making all Pac-12 freshman team, right? And then Washington State Male Athlete of the Year as a freshman.
Wow. And as a freshman, I think I recall that he pretty much made his decision to go to Washington State pretty early, right?
In December.
Was he
got
pretty
out
locked
of
in?
business in December. Yeah, he was done.
Yeah.
He made it in December and had to respect it. It made sense to him. He's a quiet kid. He loves fishing. He loves what they're about. Handled the storm when they had the coaching change and all that. He weathered the storm and he stuck to task and trusted the process. And good things are happening for him. I mean, the future's bright for the young man, I believe.
That is outstanding, Coach. I really think, it's great just hearing these stories about what you've cultivated and what's manifesting in the present time. Currently, as we speak, these young men are doing their thing and have great futures. And that's, I think, something that I know that you have really kind of emphasized. That's why it's so fun to talk about this and see just what's happening and the kind of young men and young women. Because the princess graduated there too. I know.
Yes, she did.
They're putting out great young men, great young women, and just a fabulous place to be in a high school setting, and great support.
Yeah.